My name is Sir Muscles, and this is how to improve your aim. The first and most important thing to improving your aim is going to be definitely using an aim trainer. If you're not practicing improving your aim, then how are you supposed to get better, right? For the second thing, having proper and extensive warm-ups is important. A lot of people will just go into maybe 1 or 2 T-hunts to warm up their aim, but it's not really extensive enough to actually warm up your aim. And that's why I recommend using an aim trainer for warm-ups and a combination of T-hunt as well. And I usually spend 5 minutes minimum, but usually as much as 15 to 20 minutes to warm up. You're also going to want to find which grip works best for you. There's claw grip, the fingertip grip, and there's just the palm grip. I use a combination of palm and claw. I just, use my index finger in the claw position, if that makes sense, because I find that I can click faster if I have my finger like pointing down and going into the mouse instead of using the whole pad of my fingertip. You should also lower your DPI and sensitivity. DPI, I would say the best is probably 800, or I use 1200. A lot of people use that too, and some people use 400. Anywhere from there is a good place to have your DPI. And my sensitivity is pretty low too. A good frame of reference is that you should be able to only do 1 360 across your entire mouse pad. Doing this makes it much easier to develop muscle memory and therefore improve your aim in the future. And you can make much finer movements, which is just going to make aiming so much easier in the future. For 5, I say use an undershirt or an athletic sleeve. It's much easier to aim with your whole arm when you don't have your skin or some other shirt dragging against the mouse pad. It makes it much more comfortable and much more slick, more consistent. Because one problem is that my arm will sometimes kind of get stuck. Like, it won't slide across the mouse pad or the table as well as it would with an undershirt. 6, practice reaction time. This goes back to the aim trainer. A lot of aim trainers have reaction time things in them. Like, I use AimLab, and they have this thing called detection for practicing reaction time, and I believe there's also things online that you can use for that. For settings, you're definitely going to want to increase your FOV all the way up. Some people do have it a bit lower, but generally people have it all the way up to 90. You're also going to figure out which aspect ratio works best for you. There's 16:9, 16:10, and 4:3, which are the 3 most commonly used aspect ratios. I used 4:3 for a while, but I prefer 16:9. 8, drink water. Drinking water is going to improve your cognitive performance and also make you aim better and more precisely. 9, exercise. Exercise is also going to improve cognitive performance, reaction time, and that's going to translate to decision making in game. And number 10, eat well. Same reason as exercise and drink water. Cognitive performance will be improved, you'll have better decision making, and it's going to make you a better player overall. 11, get adequate sleep. If you are sleep deprived, you're not, sleeping well, you're going to have trouble landing your shots. You're going to also, not play well either with cognition and decision making once again. And the last tip I have here is probably going to be surprising for a lot of people. Use CBD. So I'm going to get into an article here and show you how CBD is going to affect gaming. So if you look here, you can see that CBD will help you get better sleep, which goes back to the sleep part. Well, it says may, but... And here it says, reduced stress. The body is well equipped to handle short-term stress. When the stress response is activated, the adrenal glands located just above the kidneys will secrete a stress hormone called cortisol. This is the chief stress hormone in the body, which causes the majority of the effects we perceive as stress. You'll experience an increase in mental acuity, heart rate, blood pressure, Consequently, all non-essential processes in the body slow down to preserve energy for the areas you need it most, the muscles and the brain. So it can be helpful for eSports, gaming. You'll have reduced muscle and joint pain. And then here's tips for using CBD properly. And I'll leave the link for this into the description if you want to read this. Last thing I want to talk about is if you go into a T-hunt and just shoot a wall, don't control recoil at all. You can see what the weapons, like the recoil pattern of the gun is. So this will help you with controlling recoil. And as you can see with Buck's gun, he doesn't have much side to side, so controlling recoil is going to be pretty easy. For the most part, you should be able to stay in the same spot as long as you compensate correctly. And if you go inside the building and find an ammo crate, it's this green thing here, you can just restock on your ammo and then just keep shooting again over and over. I'd suggest spending a lot of time with guns like the SMG-11, as you can get a lot better with it. It's definitely a hard to control gun. And also weapons that you don't use that much, you should definitely practice. Like if I don't use Buck much, might want to spend some time in T-hunt practicing his recoil. Other than that, you don't really need to practice recoil that much unless you need to practice recoil. It's generally pretty easy. Sometimes if I'm in a game and I don't remember the recoil pattern of an operator immediately, I'll just spray against the wall real quick, maybe waste like half a mag or so, and I'll see what the recoil pattern is and adjust accordingly during that game. So that's all I have to say for this video. If you learned something, give it a like. Toodles!